Greetings to the distinguished members of the Kashmir Global Council and to the Kashmiri diaspora. I am honored to address you. You are lifetime leaders in the struggle for an independent Kashmir, testing, advocating, and planning throughout your entire lives. Though you fight for Kashmir, you give strength and inspiration to anyone, anywhere, who is engaged in the same type of political struggle, and to people like me who are fighting for human rights in other arenas. You fight in the worst of circumstances, for the press and world institutions have turned a blind eye to Kashmir, perhaps for fear of rocking the boat in a region where nuclear weapons are in play, and also perhaps for fear of disrupting strong commercial ties. Unfortunately, in the United States, the ideals of foreign policy based on democratic principles and international law have been hogtied by expediency, by the imperatives of corporate profit and campaign fundraising. It takes enormous character, enormous courage, and enormous strength to fly against such headwinds. And yet here you are, year after year, decade after decade, refusing to give up. Just by virtue of that, of not giving up, you ensure that the fight will continue and that the torch will be passed to the next generation. You also make sure the world does not forget, because right now the world would just like to forget that Kashmir is illegally occupied by 3 external powers. You remind us of international charters and conventions that have been violated, of UN resolutions approved by the Security Council that were ignored, and of the hypocrisy of the world's largest democracies. Truly, I salute you for working throughout your lives as both ambassadors and freedom fighters. I also salute you for seizing the political opportunity for Kashmir that comes on the heels of the recent frightening skirmish between India and Pakistan. In this instance, sane minds prevailed and war was averted. Nevertheless, it was a powerful reminder that of all the conflicts in the world, this is the one most likely to lead to nuclear annihilation. It absolutely must be resolved. You rightly point out that an independent, non-aligned Kashmir is not only the most just pathway to peace, but also the most politically palatable to all parties. You are wise and shrewd to seize the moment. You already have plans in place, plans for a constitutional convention, for democratic self-governance, for pluralism, human rights, religious tolerance, ethnic tolerance, and full equality for women. You also have plans for Kashmir's economic development. Kashmir could once again become a bright star at the crossroads between Central Asia and South Asia, a destination for tourists similar to Switzerland. This is what Kashmir once was. Your plan revives that beautiful history and legacy. In the meantime, though, Kashmir suffers. The people of Kashmir suffer. Their suffering blanketed by media censorship. They need us to stand with them. If governments fail in this, then individual citizens must stand up. To the oppressors and evildoers, we citizens say, your human rights abuses are well documented. Do you really want us to repeat this history to your children? How many times must we point out that all 3 of you occupiers suffered under British colonialism? How can you do the same thing to another country? Today, the inspirational Gandhi, who led 2 of you to independence, would denounce you for hypocrisy. How can you betray the values of democracy and self-determination that you bled for? I fervently hope that current events lead to reappraisals and realignments that secure peace and an independent Kashmir. I speak for many Americans who stand in solidarity with you. We must push our political leaders to see your cause through the lens of justice and also the lens of pragmatism. We must remind them that America's interests are compromised when we let first one, then another world power overrun a smaller neighbor. Tibet, Ukraine, Kashmir, Gaza, these are all cautionary tales reminiscent of events leading up to World War II. This is dangerous. Americans need to wake up. We may have to sacrifice short-term economic gain to secure long-term international stability. Thank you so much.